Navigating the Complex Emotions of Bereavement, Grief, and Loss, a Guide to Healing. Grief. As a universal experience, losing a loved one is one of the most challenging experiences anyone can face. The pain and confusion that follow can feel overwhelming. Grief counseling offers a safe space to explore these feelings and find ways to cope. There are many effective services designed to help individuals navigate their grief journey. This article will guide you through what grief counseling involves, where to find support, and practical advice on accessing these services. Grief is a universal human experience that transcends cultural and societal boundaries and can often profoundly affect individuals' lives. It is a complex emotional state that arises from a natural response to loss, whether it be the passing of a loved one, the end of a relationship, or a significant change that alters one's life trajectory or worldview. The depth of grief can feel overwhelming at times, as people often experience a roller coaster of emotions that may include sadness, anger, guilt, or even relief and happiness. Grief, in particular, presents a unique set of challenges as individuals navigate the void left by the departure of a cherished loved one from their lives. The grieving process is not linear. It is a tumultuous journey marked by ups and downs, with moments of acceptance and periods of intense sorrow. Each person copes with grief in their own way, influenced by their personal beliefs, experiences, culture, and support systems. During times of loss, seeking support becomes crucial in navigating the complexities of grief. Time to Talk counseling services offer a safe space for individuals to express their emotions, process their thoughts, and find solace in the midst of bereavement. Through therapy, you can explore feelings of loss, work through unresolved emotions, and develop healthy coping mechanisms to aid the healing process. In essence, grief is a multifaceted experience that benefits from patience, self-compassion, and a willingness to embrace the often painful reality of the healing journey. By acknowledging the depth of our emotions, seeking support when needed, and honoring the memories of those we mourn, we can gradually find peace and acceptance within the turbulence of grief. Understanding grief, loss, and bereavement. Grief is not a linear process. It is unique to each individual and can manifest in various ways. From the classic emotional stages of denial and shock to anger, bargaining, guilt, and acceptance, the stages of grief are complex. They are non-prescriptive and can overlap and recur. When it comes to bereavement, the loss of a loved one can trigger intense waves of emotions that may feel insurmountable or overwhelming at times. During these challenging times, it is often helpful to acknowledge and process these emotions. Suppressing or denying one's feelings can hinder the healing process, which can lead to long-term emotional struggles. Seeking guidance from a counselor can provide a safe space to express these emotions, work through feelings, and gain a deeper understanding of the grieving process, whilst helping you to emotionally heal. The manifestations of grief. Grief isn't a consistent or standardized emotion. It takes various forms. Emotional responses. Sadness and despair. Feeling overwhelmed by sadness, longing, and emptiness. Anger. Often directed at the deceased, oneself, or even at life itself. Anxiety. Fear of facing life without the person or significant other who has passed away. Guilt. regret over things left unsaid or undone. Loss. The loss of the social, emotional, and physical presence of our loved one. Even our core worldviews can be thrown into question. We might wonder who and what are we, asking what is our purpose, or even questioning our previously held, stable beliefs, thoughts, assumptions, or routines, which can feel destabilizing. Exploring common emotions following a bereavement. Initial shock. Initially, you may experience feelings of shock and numbness. You might feel emotionally detached or try to continue with your routine as if nothing has changed. This reaction is common, as it often requires a significant amount of time to fully comprehend the situation. You may also feel disoriented, as if you no longer belong in your familiar surroundings. It is essential to recognize that all these emotions are part of the normal grief process. Distress. Losing a loved one is the most tragic event we will ever face. The pain can be excruciating, often likened to feeling torn apart or missing a piece of oneself. Such emotions can be deeply distressing and overwhelming. Anger. Feeling anger when someone passes away is a common reaction. Death can appear harsh and unjust, particularly when it feels premature or disrupts future plans you had together. It's possible to experience anger towards the deceased, others, or even oneself for actions taken or not taken during their lifetime. Guilt or shame. Guilt often accompanies grief as a common response. You may experience feelings of responsibility for the person's death, whether directly or indirectly. Similarly, if you had a challenging relationship with the deceased individual, you might also harbor feelings of guilt. Remember not to be too harsh on yourself, as it is highly improbable that you could have taken any actions to prevent the death. Sadness and depression. Feeling sorrow, low, or feelings of despair are common following the loss of a loved one. It may seem as though nothing holds significance, and you could even contemplate giving up on life. Should suicidal thoughts arise, it is crucial to reach out to someone for help. You can reach out to the Samaritans at 116-123 or dial 999 in case of an emergency. Lifeline is available 24/7 free phone for residents of Northern Ireland on 0808 80800. Additionally, your GP or A&E can provide information about more urgent and crisis mental health resources available in your local area. Seeing or hearing the person. When experiencing the loss of a loved one, it's not uncommon for individuals to have sensations of seeing or hearing the person who has passed away. These experiences can bring a sense of comfort or even confusion as your mind grapples with the reality of the loss. Memories and emotions tied to the events leading up to the death may resurface, playing like a reel in one's mind. This phenomenon occurs as the brain attempts to make sense of the loss and come to terms with the profound change that has taken place. Grieving is a complex process, and these manifestations of the deceased in one's thoughts or perceptions are part of the mind's way of navigating through the grief journey. It's essential to recognize that these experiences, although they may seem surreal or unsettling, are a natural part of the grieving process. They can serve as a way for the mind to process the emotions and memories associated with the loss, aiding acceptance of the new reality without the departed individual's physical presence. Dealing with anxiety. Experiencing grief can lead to intense feelings of anxiety, which may manifest as breathlessness, heart palpitations, or even panic attacks, causing considerable distress. If these symptoms occur frequently, it is advisable to consult your doctor. What can be beneficial? Engaging in physical activity is an effective method for your body to alleviate tension and expend the excess adrenaline that is contributing to your anxiety. However, it is important not to push yourself too hard by attempting a rigorous exercise routine if a gentle walk is more suitable for you at the moment. Additionally, discussing your anxieties with someone can provide significant relief and support. Physical symptoms. Fatigue. Grieving can be exhausting. Sleep disturbances, insomnia or oversleeping. Appetite changes. Loss of appetite or comfort eating. Physical pain after the death of a loved one. Experiencing physical pain following the loss of a loved one is a common occurrence. Grief can manifest in various physical symptoms and may weaken your immune system, making you more susceptible to minor illnesses. How to alleviate the pain? While physical pain typically lessens with time, it is important to prioritize rest and listen to your body's cues. If the pain persists after a few weeks, it is advisable to seek advice from your general practitioner. Impact on sleep after a loss. It is common to experience difficulties with sleeping following the death of a loved one. This can manifest as fear of having nightmares or struggling to fall asleep due to racing thoughts. At times, you may even dream that the deceased person is still alive, leading to a painful awakening. How to improve sleep? Gradually reintroduce a nighttime routine to help improve your sleep. Also see our blog on how to improve sleep in general for a more detailed resource. Cognitive and behavioral responses. Memory triggers. Unexpected reminders that evoke intense emotions. Social withdrawal. Feeling isolated and/or avoiding social situations. Searching behavior. Moments of hoping to see or hear the person again. The role of counseling support. Counseling services offer specialized support for individuals navigating bereavement, grief, and loss. Counselors are trained professionals who provide a compassionate and non-judgmental environment for individuals to explore their emotions and develop coping strategies. Through individual or group therapy sessions, counselors can help clients navigate the complexities of grief, address unresolved issues, and learn healthy ways to cope. Counseling support also provides an opportunity for individuals to explore their thoughts and feelings surrounding the loss, gain insight into the grieving process, and develop resilience in the face of adversity. By fostering self-awareness and emotional expression, counseling empowers individuals to process their grief, honor their loved ones, and move towards healing and acceptance. Self-help strategies for coping with grief. In addition to seeking professional support, there are several self-help strategies that individuals can incorporate into their healing process. Self-care. Engaging in activities that promote physical, emotional, and mental well-being, such as exercise, healthy eating, and adequate rest, can support the healing process. Mindfulness and meditation. Practicing mindfulness and meditation techniques can help individuals stay present, manage overwhelming emotions, and cultivate inner peace. Journaling. Writing down thoughts, feelings, and memories can be a cathartic way to process emotions, reflect on the loss, and gain clarity. Connecting with others. Seeking support from friends, family members, or support groups can provide a sense of community and understanding during the grieving process. Some coping strategies to consider. Allow yourself to grieve. Suppressing emotions can prolong the healing process. It's okay to cry, express anger, or reminisce. Seek support. Friends and family. Share your feelings with loved ones. Professional counseling. Speaking to a grief counselor such as Time to Talk who can provide valuable insights and coping strategies. Self-care. Physical health. Rest, eat well, and exercise. Mental health. Rituals, funerals, and memorials. Participate in rituals that honor the person who passed away. Create a memory book. When can I expect to start feeling better? It is a common question to ask when going through a period of grief. The journey of healing is unique to each individual, and there is no set timeline for when one can expect to start feeling better. Grief is a complex and deeply personal experience that can be influenced by various factors, such as the nature of the loss, the relationship with the deceased, and one's own coping mechanisms. While the pain of loss may never fully go away, it is important to remember that healing is possible. As time passes, many people find that they are able to navigate their grief in a way that allows them to find moments of peace and happiness amidst the sadness. Healing is not about forgetting or moving on from the loss, but rather about learning to live with it in a way that preserves the memory of those we have lost. It is okay to not have all the answers or to feel overwhelmed by the emotions that come with grief. Seeking support from loved ones, friends, or a professional can be a valuable step in the healing process. Remember that healing is a journey, and it is important to be patient and kind to yourself as you navigate through this difficult time. Embracing healing and hope. While the journey through grief and bereavement may be filled with challenges, it can also be a path towards healing, growth, and transformation. By acknowledging their emotions, seeking support from counseling services, and practicing self-care, individuals can navigate the complexities of grief with resilience and compassion. Remember, healing is not a destination, but a continuous process of self-discovery, love, and acceptance. Through counseling, support, and self-help strategies, individuals can find solace in their grief, honor the memory of their loved ones, and embrace a future filled with healing, hope, and resilience. Some helpful affirmations. Here is a compilation of affirmations that others have found some comfort in when navigating their grief process. Select the ones that deeply connect with you, or try crafting custom affirmations tailored to you. I allow myself to mourn and experience my emotions fully. I show myself love and patience as I go through the grieving process. I am surrounded by love and support, even in the most difficult of times. The memory of my loved one remains in my heart through our shared memories. I can experience strength and resilience even in the face of loss. It is acceptable for me to feel both sadness and moments of happiness. I can heal and find peace after experiencing loss. I respect the bond I had with my loved one and treasure the time we spent together. Every day, I take small steps towards healing and personal growth. I deserve love, compassion, and support as I mourn. In times of loss, remember that you are not alone. Reach out for support, embrace your emotions, and trust in the healing power of resilience and compassion. In summary, navigating grief and loss is a deeply personal journey that requires understanding, support, and self-compassion. By recognizing the complexities of grief, seeking counseling support, and incorporating self-help strategies, individuals can find solace and healing in the midst of loss. Honor your emotions and your body's natural responses, remembering that healing is a transformative process that takes time. Above all, be kind and gentle with yourself. Note: the content provided is for informational purposes only and should not replace professional counseling or medical advice. To access counseling support, please complete our referral form at www.timetotalkcounseling.org/book-online.